if y'all could see how crazy this is, like I feel like I'm at like Google or something, like the headquarters of Google. I don't feel churchy yet. They were playing Jill Scott a few seconds ago. I feel like I'm at like Google or something, like the headquarters of Google. I don't feel churchy yet. They were playing Jill Scott a few seconds ago, so that kind of tells you the level of holiness that we're dealing with. Where the deacons at? Y'all got some deacons? New Life. Where the deacons at? I need all deacons. I need the elders. You know what I'm saying? I've been starving for a reason. I need y'all to come through. The way I'm looking how I'm looking, the way things are set up. Yeah, I need to go to Ruth Chris. Go downtown.
Now, I want to show another clip here from this church, Temple Church in Chicago, where they have young ladies. Some of them look like children, I guess. I don't know how old these people are, but they're praise dancing, I assume. They're doing some kind of dance performance to Beyonce, to Back That Thing Up by Juvenile. I think I heard Sean Paul in there. Duddy Wine or whatever. What is going on?
Let's go get them. Drop it. Drop it.
This is the church.
Shalom Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations unto the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible. And you know what this lesson is about, and that is not the church. That is not the church of the Lord of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, man. What is that? That is the house of harlots you was just watching, right? The house of the dead, the house of confusion, right? Women speaking, women talking, women dancing, women all out of order. That's the main thing in this society. Women are out of order, even on a spirit that's supposed to be cleansing and spiritual and righteous. A bitch done turn into a fucking party, right? Because you got a lot of fucking women in these goddamn churches, man. A lot of these women, they don't know a goddamn thing. They don't know a goddamn thing. The Lord ain't calling all you goddamn women. These women need to be at the house. These women need to be silent. I'm reading the book of 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. And it reads, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace. For the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, He's not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. Let your women keep silence in the churches. For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience. As also saith the law, and these women don't want to be under obedience, under the laws of the Lord, and that obedience is to a man, right? Because that's who's the head of a woman in this society. But this society say, fuck that. We don't need that order. We don't need the ordinance of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We need the ordinance of Satan. So, Eve and Satan, they made a pact, and that serpent made a pact. And Satan paying the whole back right now. He's letting her do what she want to do in this society. Read it says, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, and if a woman will learn anything, Let them ask their husbands at home. Yeah, she don't need to go to the church. She don't need to go to the harlot houses. If you got a wife, she going to the harlot houses, man. There's a reason she going there. She might want to fuck the pastor or a deacon or a bishop or one of them niggas sitting up front. Or the whole want to be seen by other women in her outfits, right? She's not going there for no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because there is no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding coming out of them houses, man. Them fucking churches, man. I'm gonna read it again. And if the woman, and if let your women keep silence, verse 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak. They are commanded to be under obedience, as also serve the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame. For what? For it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. And this is not the church of the Lord, right? This is not the gathering of the Lord's elect, right? The Lord said to gather yourselves together. These motherfucking harlot houses are not. This is a house of separation and division. That's the most divided place you could ever go to is one of these Christian churches, right? Because it's about race, it's about money, it's about um, fucking status, right? He's a doctor. That's one of the doctors in the churches. Oh, that's one of the lawyers in the churches. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about a poor man sitting in the back, right? He's not important. It's kind of like you back in high school. I'm going to read this right here. It's the book of Acts 7 and 48. Howbeit the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophets. Heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. What house would he build me? Right? You got all these fucking churches. The house of this, the house of that. So who the fuck, which one of these houses is really the house of the Lord? None of them. None of them, right? Because they, first off, they don't know the name of the Father or the Son. They're still pushing the post-Christianity, slave Christianity doctrine, right? What they were taught by their masters, their slave masters. Heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith Yahweh, saith the Lord, or what is the place of my rest? Yeah, the Lord don't need no fucking no beat up old building. These motherfuckers be renting different buildings every other year to push their doctrine, push some madness. The Lord ain't dealing with that spirit, man. I'm reading, it says, Acts 17 and 24, the Most High that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is the Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands, man. Why? Because the Lord dwelleth within us. The Lord dwelleth within us in the spirit. He got to put a spirit in you to awaken you out of that deep slumber. Because right now you in a dead state, right? What does Scripture say? This is the book of Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. I'm gonna read it. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And that's what you got in these church houses. That's what you got these people in this society, the congregation of the dead, right? They have no knowledge, no wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. What is the life, the truth? That is what gives you life, right? Following the laws and statutes of the Lord, calling on the Lord, knowing the name and his son. That's what brings life if you are part of that elect. Because it's not for everybody. Everything's predestined, right? The Lord has his chosen. The Lord has the motherfuckers he ain't dealing with. And you can see these harlot houses are filled with people the Lord is not dealing with, man. The Lord's about to purge these harlot houses very soon. I'm going to read Proverbs 21 and 16 again. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall what? Remain in the congregation of the dead until the Lord put their asses to death. I'm going to read the book of Luke 14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servants, go into the highways and hedges. Yeah, that's why we're out on the streets. Because you're supposed to see your teachers, right? You're supposed to see the prophets. We're out there prophesying. We're not out here putting on a show, a music show, a musical festival in a church house for you motherfuckers every Sunday to collect some money. That's not what we're about. We're here to push this message, the message that the Lord has, which is coming out of the scriptures. It's funny, they use the Bible to bring you in, but they sure don't use the Bible to keep you in there. They use what? Music and entertainment. And young little girls shaking their asses on stage, right? I'm reading Luke 14:23 again. And the Lord said unto the servants, go out, right? Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house, Shalaki, compel them to come in that my house may be filled, right? That's what the Lord is doing right now. The Lord is gathering the Lord is gathering all, because he's about to do a sifting thing too, right? He's gathering all. Let me read Matthew 22:9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage, right? The union of us back with the Father. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests, right? That's what's happening right now. It's a lot of men waking up to this truth. They're gonna be till the end, and they're gonna be saved. And some men gonna wake up for a little bit and fall the fuck out. We just seen that happen a lot, right? A lot of men falling out of the truth. Spirits hopping in them, different demonic spirits hopping in them. They coming up with new doctrine. They changing up doctrine, right? They forgetting what they were taught, right? That's the spirit of what we're reading about right here, man. The Lord ain't dealing with everybody. The Lord don't want everybody. That's the beautiful thing about the Lord. The Lord will use you like the mobster bosses do. Have your ass do a hit, and then the Lord get rid of your ass. That's our power. The Lord do what the fuck he want to do. I'm reading again. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways, and we'll go preach this gospel, right? These words connect with certain people, man. The people that it belongs to, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and speckled birds, right? You Israelites, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, these words resonate with your spirit. That's why when you hear these words, it either condemns your ass or it either brings you in, right? Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was what? Furnished with the guest. Read the book of Isaiah 30:20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. But thine eyes shall see thy teachers, right? Unless somebody invited you to one of these harlot houses, man, you don't know who the fuck preaching in that motherfucker. You don't know who's in there. You don't know what doctrine is being pushed in there, right? But on the highways and hedges, man, you see your teachers. You see the prophets. You see the signs.